Hi students, welcome back to online classes. So today, see that one, what is the next question is sine square y plus cos xy is equal to k. Then find the dy by dx value. So first, what is the function is given that? Given. What is the function is given? Given sine square y plus cos of xy is equal to k. So it is an implicit function. So what I will do that one, differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What happens? That is nothing but the derivative of sine square of y plus cos of xy is equal to derivative of k. So what happens? That implies derivative of sine square y. Sine square y is nothing but it is sine y whole square plus derivative of cos of xy, is equal to derivative of 0 is a constant. So I am already given any function is in the form derivative of f of x whole square. What happens, students? Derivative of f of x whole square is nothing but 2f of x into f dash of x. Derivative of f of x whole square is nothing but the 2f of x into f dash of x. So here what happens? It is in the form of f of x whole square. F of x whole square derivative is nothing but, so that is nothing but the 2f of x. So 2f of x value is sine y into derivative of f of x. F of x is nothing but sine y plus, so already we know that some formulas. What is that? Derivative of cos f of x. What is the derivative of cos f of x? Is nothing but minus sine f of x into f dash of x. Sine f of x into f dash of x. Similarly, derivative of sine f of x. What is the derivative of sine f of x? Sine f of x derivative is nothing but cos f of x into f dash of x. So these are formulas we will use here. So f of x whole square is 2f of x into derivative of sine y. So derivative of cos y, derivative of cos f of x. So derivative of cos f of x is nothing but the minus sine f of x into derivative of f of x f of x is nothing but xy. So that is equal to 0. So cos f of x derivative minus sine f of x into derivative of f of x. So here once again, so see this one. So 2 into sine y into, so here it is in the form of a sine y derivative, sine f of x derivative I am already given cos f of x into f dash of x. Sine y derivative, y is nothing but f of x. So what happens, students? Sine f of x derivative cos f of x is nothing but y into f of x derivative f is nothing but a y. y derivative is here, it is a dy by dx, dy by dx plus, that is, you can apply the minus here, already minus is there, you can apply that. So what we will get that? So you can apply the minus sine of xy, sine of xy into, already I am telling that this is u and v formula, u and v formula. So what is the uv formula? Already you know that. What is that? So that is nothing but u into v dash. U is nothing but the x into v dash. V dash is nothing but dy by dx, dy by dx plus v is nothing but the y into derivative of x. Derivative of x is 1. So that is equal to 0. So I will return that directly. So x into dy by dx plus y into d by dx of x, that value is 1. So what happens? So that implies 2 sin theta cos theta, 2 sin theta cos theta. This value, what is this value, students? This value will become sin 2y, sin 2y into dy by dx into dy by dx minus multiply with the sin xy for the both the terms, this one and this one. What happens? Minus, if we can apply that, a sin xy multiply with minus sin xy into x. So that is nothing but the x into sin of xy into dy by dx into dy by dx minus y into sin of xy into sin of xy. So that is equal to 0. So from the first 2 terms, what we can do that, I will take the dy by dx common. So what happens, students? So it will become that sin 2y minus x into sin of xy into dy by dx into dy by dx. So take this term to the RHS side, it will become that y into sin of xy, y into sin of xy. So what is the final answer you will get, students? That implies dy by dx is equal to, take this term to the denominator, it will become that y into sin of xy, y into sin of xy by sin y, sin 2y minus x into sin of xy, x into sin of xy. So see this question, students, and practice that question. And practice that question. Okay. So see the next question. What is the next question is? So sin square x plus cos square y, sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Then find dy by dx value, dy by dx value. So see that one, students, how we will start that. So first you can take that given sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What happens? Derivative of sin square x, plus cos square y. So that is equal to derivative of 1, that is equal to derivative of 1. So what happens? So that implies derivative of derivative of sine square x. Sine square x is nothing but a sine x whole square, sine x whole square, plus derivative of derivative of cos y whole square, cos square y. What is the cos square y? Cos square y is nothing but the cos y whole square. So that is equal to derivative of constant is equal to 0. Derivative of constant is equal to 0. So here once again I am giving the formula. What is that formula? Is derivative of f of x whole square, derivative of f of x whole square. What is the f of x whole square, students? I am already given that. Tell me the formula. 2 into f of x into f dash of x. 2 into f of x into f dash of x. So we can use this formula here. So, and also I will apply one more formula, derivative of cos f of x, derivative of cos f of x. What is the derivative of cos f of x? Is nothing but the minus sin f of x, sin f of x into f dash of x, sin f of x into f dash of x. So these two formulas we are going to use in this one. So what happens? Derivative of sin x whole square, f of x whole square derivative, 2 into sin x, 2 into sin x into derivative of sin x, into derivative of sin x, plus, so it is also same. So 2 into cos y, 2 f of x into derivative of cos y, into derivative of cos y. So that is equal to 0. So what happens here? So that implies 2 into sin x, 2 into sin x into derivative of sine. Derivative of sine is nothing but the cos x. Derivative of sine x is nothing but cos x, plus 2 into cos y. Here you have to understand that. So this is in the form of cos y. Y is nothing but f of x. So cos f of x derivative, minus sin f of x, into f dash of x. So this cos y derivative, it will become that minus sin y into derivative of y is nothing but dy by dx, that is equal to 0. So what happens here? So that implies 2 sin x cos x, 2 sin x cos x, it will become that sin 2x, sin 2x. What is the formula? Sin 2 theta, 2 sin theta cos theta, it will become sin 2 theta, 2 sin x cos x, it will become sin 2x. And also here 2 sin y cos y, 2 sin y cos y, it will become sin 2y, but minus is there, so it will become that minus sin 2y into dy by dx, into dy by dx is equal to 0, So that implies what happens? That is implies, so take this term to that side. So what happens? So sin 2y into dy by dx, sin 2y into dy by dx is equal to sin 2x, is equal to sin 2x. So that implies, what is the dy by dx value, students? That implies it will become that dy by dx is equal to sin 2x by sin 2y, sin 2x by sin 2y. So this is the dy by dx value, sin 2x by sin 2y. Are you understand, students? Also, first we have to understand that what is the derivative of f of x whole square. Derivative of f of x whole square. So that is the important formula. We are using that number of times. So this is the formula you have to understand, the derivative of f of x whole square. So that is nothing but 2f of x into f dash of x. So cos f of x derivative is minus sin f of x into f dash of x. So see that question, students, and practice that. So see that one next concept. What is that? Inverse trigonometric functions. So in the second PU, you have the first topic is the functions, relations and functions. The second topic is the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. So in the differentiation, we are going to use this inverse trigonometric functions actually. So, okay. So for that one, I will give you some basic concepts of the inverse trigonometric functions. We will use these basic concepts in the differentiation. Okay. So that is the, after completing of this chapter, we will discuss about of the inverse trigonometric function. That is the chapter number 2. Okay. So first we have to learn some basic concepts of the inverse trigonometric functions. So see that one, students. What is that one? Is first a sine function. What is the sine function? The sine function is nothing but, you can take that. What is the sine function is defined from R to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. R is nothing but the set of all real numbers to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. And the cosine function, and the cosine function is a mapping from R to real numbers, set of all real numbers to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. And the tangent function, and the tangent function, what is the tangent function is x such that x is not equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 comma n belongs to z, or minus. That meaning is you have to delete the set of all multiples of pi by 2. Why? Because if you are taken the multiples of pi by 2, the tan will become infinity. So that's why r minus. So 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 comma n belongs to z. The outcomes is a set of all real numbers. And the cot, what is the cot is? Cot is a function which is defined from r minus x such that x is equal to n pi. That meaning is from the set of all real numbers, you have to delete the multiples of pi to r. And the secant function, what is the secant function? Secant function is defined r minus of x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 comma n belongs to z. So 2 r minus of open interval minus 1 comma 1. And the cosecant, cosecant is a function which is defined from r minus of the set of all x such that x is equal to n pi comma n belongs to z to r minus of open interval minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 1. So this is the function. Already from the definition of the function, so already we know that, so any function is a inverse exists. What is that one? If f is a bijective, if f is a bijective, if f is a bijective, automatically what happens, students? F inverse exists. F inverse exists. F from A to B is a bijective, automatically F inverse exists. So here, so the given function is a sine. So what is the sine? Sine is a function from R to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Actually, this function is not a bijective function. Why? Because so for all the values, so see this one, F, for example, the domain, we can take that as sine of 0. What is the sine of 0? Sine of 0 is 0. And the sine pi, what is the sine pi? Sine pi is equal to 0. And sine 2 pi, what is the sine 2 pi? Sine 2 pi is also 0. So that meaning is, so sine 0 is 0 and sine pi is 0 and sine 2 pi is 0 and all these are values. So what is the meaning is, this function is not 1 1, is not 1 1. If it is not a 1 1, automatically the function is not a bijective. So what is the bijective? The function is both 1 1 and onto, then the function is a bijective. Then F inverse exists. But here, by taking the real numbers to the closed interval minus 1 comma 1, so then the function sign is not a bijective function. So for that case, I am going to restrict the domain and the range of the sine function. Automatically the sine function will become Bisective. So then we can get the inverse trigonometry of these functions. So automatically we will restrict the domain and the range of the sine, then automatically the inverse of the functions is defined. What is the inverse of sine? Sine inverse is nothing but the sine inverse. And the cos, what is the cos inverse? That is nothing but the inverse of the cos function is nothing but the cos inverse. And the tan, the inverse of the tan is nothing but the tan inverse. Tan inverse, or we can written as arc tan. Arc tan or tan inverse, both are same. Are understanding that? Arc tan or tan inverse. So here, so the inverse trigonometric functions, we are going to take that. So what is that one? I will take that. See this one here. By the after the restriction, the sine is a bisective function. So then automatically the function is a bisective, the inverse exists. So from that one, what is the sine inverse is a function? What is the sine inverse is a function? So that is nothing but what is the function? We will take that closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. There are so many branches are there. We can take a minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 like this one. So this branch is called the minus pi by 2 closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to pi by 2 comma, that is a minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of the sine inverse. So what is the sine inverse? Sine inverse is a function which is defined from closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Just enough this one for this one. In the chapter wise, that is inverse trigonometry, we will discuss more. Okay, so cos inverse, what is the cos inverse? Cos inverse is a function which is defined, that is a closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval 0 to pi. This 0 to pi is the principal branch. There are so many branches are there. So 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi, 2 pi to 3 pi, like this one. Okay, so out of this we are taken that closed interval 0 to pi is the principal value branch of the cos inverse. Okay, so cosecant inverse, what is the cosecant inverse? That is nothing but or minus of open interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 minus 0. From this interval we have to delete a 0. Okay, so secant inverse, that is the inverse of a secant. Okay, secant inverse is a function which is a maps from or minus of open interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval 0 to pi minus pi by 2 and tan inverse, what is the tan inverse? So tan inverse is a function which maps from r to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. And cot inverse, what is the cot inverse, students? Cot inverse is a function which is maps from r to open interval 0 to pi. So these are the inverse trigonometric functions, and we have to understand that what is the principal value branches. So of these are trigonometric functions, or you have to understand this is the principal value branch. What is the sine inverse principal branch? That is a principal branch is nothing but minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Principal value branch of the range of the sine inverse, that is a closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Cos inverse is 0 to pi. Cosecant inverse is a minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Secant inverse is a closed interval 0 to pi minus pi by 2. And tan inverse, that is nothing but an open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. And the cot inverse is nothing but open interval 0 to pi. These are the principal value branches from the sine inverse, that is the inverse trigonometric functions. And also you have to learn these important formulas. This is the formulas we are going to use in the problems. Okay, so first you have to understand that what is the formulas or we are going to use. Sine of sine inverse of x, sine of sine inverse of x, sine inverse will be cancelled, automatically will get the x. So for example, sine inverse of sine x, sine inverse of sine x is equal to x, sine inverse of sine x is equal to x. So are you understand that sine of sine inverse of x value is x, and the sine of sine inverse of sine x value is also x. So if you want to cancel this x value, that is a sine and sine inverse, this x value lies in the principal value branch. That meaning is, for example, this exists when that x value is belongs to this x value is belongs to this x value sine inverse of sine x. So that is nothing but x belongs to this x value is belongs to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So then only you can cancel that value, sine inverse and sine x. Then you will get the x value when x belongs to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. And also this is the one more, cos sine inverse of 1 by x. Sine inverse of 1 by x is nothing but cosecant inverse of x, cosecant inverse of x. So similarly for all the trigonometric functions, you will get the sine inverse of sine x is x, cos inverse of cos x is x, and tan inverse of tan x is x. All that x values lies in the principal value branches. Or you understand that? So next one is see this one. Sine inverse of 1 by x. Sine inverse of 1 by x is nothing but, what is the sine inverse of 1 by x? Sine inverse of 1 by x is nothing but the cosecant inverse x. Cosecant inverse x. All these proofs we will give in the inverse trigonometric functions chapter. Okay. So these are the basic concepts. You have to just remember that. So sine inverse of 1 by x is nothing but cosecant inverse x. Cosecant inverse x. And also cosecant inverse of 1 by x. Cosecant inverse of, that is a cos inverse of 1 by x, is nothing but a secant inverse x. Cos inverse of 1 by x is nothing but a secant inverse x. Next one is tan inverse of 1 by x. Tan inverse of 1 by x is nothing but cot inverse x. Cot inverse x. So tan inverse sine inverse of 1 by x is the cot inverse x, and cos inverse of 1 by x is the secant inverse x, and tan inverse of 1 by x is the cot inverse x. And also see, these are the important formulas. So cos inverse of minus x, cos inverse of minus x. If minus x is given for these three functions, cos, cot, and secant. So these values, cos inverse of minus x will become pi minus cos inverse x, and cot inverse of minus x. Cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse x, and secant inverse of minus x, and secant inverse of minus x is pi minus secant inverse x. Secant inverse of minus x is pi minus secant inverse x. So you have to remember this formula, students. Sine inverse of sine x is x when x belongs to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. And secant inverse of 1 by x is nothing but the cosecant inverse x, and cos inverse of 1 by x is the secant inverse x, and tan inverse of 1 by x is a cot inverse x. And cot inverse of minus x, cos inverse of minus x, cot inverse of minus x, and secant inverse of minus x. What we will get? Pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus cot inverse x, pi minus secant inverse x. So next you can see that one. Next one is so similar one for sine and sine values. So you can understand this value. So sine inverse of minus x, sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x. Sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x. And see this one, tan inverse of minus x. Tan inverse of minus x is nothing but the minus tan inverse x. Minus tan inverse x. All these proofs we will give you in the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. So just you need that formulas only here. So that's why I'm going to explain. Okay. So tan inverse of minus x. Tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse x. And also you have to see this one. Cosecant inverse of minus x is a minus cosecant inverse x. For these three functions, you will get a minus out directly. Sine inverse of minus x, tan inverse of minus x, and cosecant inverse of minus x. So these three values you will get minus sine inverse x, minus tan inverse x, and minus cosecant inverse x. Cos, cot, secant. So cos inverse of minus x, cot inverse of minus x, secant inverse of minus x, you will get pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus cot inverse x, pi minus secant inverse x. And also these are the important formulas. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is a pi by 2. And next, sine inverse x plus cot inverse x. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x, that is also pi by 2. And the next one is cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x. Cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x, that is also pi by 2. So tan inverse, cot inverse, the sum will become pi by 2. Sine inverse and cos inverse, the sum will become pi by 2. Secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x, the sum will become pi by 2. Okay, students. So see that formulas and read and by heart these formulas. Okay. So all these formulas we are going to use in the next exercise. So see that one, students. Find the derivative of f of x is equal to sine inverse x, assuming it exists. So the sine inverse is exist, then what is the derivative of this function they are asking. So see this one, students, how can you solve this question. So first we have to take that the given function. What is the given function is, I will take that given function. They are given already f of x, so I will take that. So let y is equal to let y. So the given function, they are already given f of x. So I am taking y. Let y is equal to sine inverse x. So y is equal to sine inverse x. So what happens, students? So that implies sine y is equal to sine y is equal to x. Sine y is equal to x. Sine y is equal to x. What I will do, that one, differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What happens? So that implies sine y. What is the sine y derivative, students? Already you know the formula. So I am already given the formula. Derivative of sine f of x, derivative of sine f of x. What is the sine f of x derivative? So that is nothing but cos f of x, into f dash of x, cos f of x into f dash of x. So automatically what happens, students? So here I will apply the derivative of sine y, so derivative of sine y is equal to derivative of x. So derivative of x. So what happens? So that implies derivative of sine. So I am already derivative of sine f of x is nothing but the cos f of x. Why? Because y is f of x. I understand that. So into dy by dx, into dy by dx, dy by dx. Derivative of x is equal to 1. Derivative of x is equal to 1. So that implies what happens? So that implies dy by dx, dy by dx is equal to 1 by cos y, 1 by cos y. So already we know that what is the formula, students? So the identity in the trigonometry is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So that implies cos square theta, you can take it as a cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, 1 minus sine square theta. So that implies here cos theta you can written as square root of 1 minus sine square theta. Cos theta you can written as 1 minus sine square theta. So that is the formula I will apply here. Dy by dx is equal to 1 by root of 1 by square root of 1 minus sine square y, 1 minus sine square y. So but already you know that what is that, since so sine y is equal to x, sine y is equal to x. So see this one from this equation. So sine y is equal to x. So what happens, students? So that implies dy by dx, we can take it as dy by dx is equal to 1 by root of 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square. So therefore what is that? Therefore we have dy by dx meaning is f dash of x. So f dash of x is equal to 1 by root of 1 minus x square, the derivative of the given function. So that is nothing but 1 by root of 1 minus x square. So derivative of sine inverse x. What is the derivative of sine inverse x? 1 by root of 1 minus x square. 1 by root of 1 minus x square. All are understood, students? So see that question in the same model, I will do that one. So cos inverse x also. What is the derivative of cos inverse x? So find the derivative of f of x is equal to cos inverse x, assuming it exists. So similar question, students, what I will do that one. First, what we have to take that, let y is equal to cos inverse x. Let y is equal to cos inverse x. So then what happens? That implies cos y cos y is equal to x. So differentiate with respect to x, differentiate with respect to x. So if you can differentiate that function, what happens? So that is nothing but the d by dx of cos y, d by dx of cos y is equal to d by dx of x, d by dx of x. So that implies derivative of cos, derivative of, already you know the formula, once again write down the formula. So derivative of cos y, derivative of cos f of x. What is the derivative of cos f of x? So derivative of cos f of x is minus sine f of x, minus sine f of x into f dash of x, into f dash of x. So that is nothing but here the derivative of cos y, derivative of cos y, it will become minus sine y into dy by dx derivative, derivative of y is nothing but the dy by dx is equal to derivative of x is 1, derivative of x is 1. So that implies dy by dx, dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by sine y, minus 1 by sine y. Take this minus sine y to this side, it will become minus 1 by sine y. Already you know that what is the formulas. So sine square y plus cos square y, sine square y plus cos square y is equal to 1. So from this one, what we can written as sine y, you can return is in the form root of 1 minus cos square y, 1 minus cos square y. Use this form here, what we will get that. So that implies dy by dx, dy by dx value, dy by dx value, it will become minus 1 by root of 1 minus cos square y, 1 minus cos square y, 1 minus cos square y. So already we know that what is the cos square value is. That implies dy by dx, dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square. Why? Because already you know that cos y value is x, cos y value is x. So from this one you can calculate that cos y is equal to x, cos y is equal to x. I understand, students? So easy question. So just practice that one. We are going to use these formulas in the next exercise. Okay. So see the next one is also. So find the derivative of f, find the derivative of f given by f of x is equal to tan inverse x, f of x is equal to tan inverse x. So how to solve this question, students? So similar model, I will take that. So what is the function is, let y is equal to tan inverse x, let y is equal to tan inverse x. So what I will do that one, differentiate with respect to x, differentiate with respect to x, what happens? Dy by dx. So dy by, first I will take that tan inverse to this side, what it will become that, if you can take this tan inverse to this side, so that implies tan y is equal to so tan y is equal to x, then I will differentiate. Okay, so differentiate with respect to x, differentiate with respect to x. So what happens, students? Derivative of tan y is equal to derivative of x. Derivative of tan y is equal to derivative of x. So what happens? Derivative of tan f of x formula. Once again, we are going to use the formula derivative of tan f of x. Derivative of tan f of x is equal to derivative of tan f of x will become that derivative of tan is secant square f of x, into f dash of x, So derivative of tan f of x derivative secant square f of x into f dash of x. Here f of x is nothing but y. So what happens? So that implies I will take that derivative of tan y is nothing but secant square y into derivative of y, you know that dy by dx. So that is equal to derivative of x is 1. So that implies so dy by dx is equal to, how can you written this, students? Dy by dx is equal to 1 by secant square y, 1 by secant square y. So already you know that what is the formula? Secant square theta minus tan square theta, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So what happens, students? Secant square theta you can written as 1 plus tan square theta, 1 plus tan square theta. I am going to use this formula. So what is this formula? So secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. This is the formula I am going to use here. So what happens? So that implies dy by dx, that implies dy by dx value, it can be written as 1 by 1 plus tan square y, 1 by 1 plus tan square y. So that implies what happens? So that implies dy by dx is equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Why? Because since already you know that tan y is equal to x, already you know that the tan y value is x. So here you can written that since tan y is equal to x, so therefore what is the derivative of tan inverse x? So therefore f dash of x, so therefore f dash of x is equal to 1 by 1 plus x square, 1 by 1 plus x square. So see that question, students, y is equal to tan inverse x. So f of x is equal to tan inverse x. What is the derivative of that function? F dash of x is equal to 1 by 1 plus x square, 1 by 1 plus x square. So see that questions. So see the next question, students. F of x is equal to cot inverse x. F of x is equal to cot inverse x, assuming it exists. So how can you calculate the derivative of this function, cot inverse x? So see this one, students. So first we have to take that the given function. What is the given function? Is let f of x is equal to, let f of x is equal to cot inverse. That is, we will take it as a y. Let y is equal to y is equal to cot inverse x, cot inverse x. So what happens, students? Cot y is equal to, cot y is equal to x, cot y is equal to x. So differentiate with respect to x, differentiate with respect to x. So that implies cot y derivative. What is the cot y derivative? You can apply that first. Derivative of cot y, derivative of cot y, derivative of cot y is equal to derivative of x, derivative of x. So we have to understand that what is the derivative of cot f of x. What is the derivative of cot f of x, students? Cot f of x derivative. So cot x derivative minus cosecant square x. So here we will get that minus cosecant square f of x, minus cosecant square f of x into f dash of x, f dash of x, cot x derivative minus cosecant square x, cot f of x derivative minus cosecant square f of x into f dash of x. So what happens here? We can take that derivative of cot y, you can take that minus cosecant square y, minus cosecant square y is into dy by dx into dy by dx. Why? Because f dash of x. So that is equal to derivative of x is 1. Derivative of x value is 1. So that implies what happens? Dy by dx value, it will become minus 1 by cosecant square y, minus 1 by cosecant square y, minus 1 by cosecant square y. So already you know the relation. What is the relation you have? So what is the relation? That is nothing but cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So from this one, you can written as cosecant square theta can be written as 1 plus cot square theta, 1 plus cot square theta. So we can use this formula here. Okay. So this is the formula you are going to use. So that is a dy by dx. So that implies dy by dx is equal to dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by 1 plus cot square, that is a cot square y, 1 plus cot square y. So that implies dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by 1 plus x square. So since cot y value, cot y is equal to x, cot y is equal to x. So therefore, what is the f dash of x? So that is the therefore f dash of x is nothing but minus 1 by 1 plus x square, minus 1 by 1 plus x square. That is a cot inverse x derivative. What is the cot inverse x derivative? 1 by minus 1 by 1 plus x square. So this is the formula for cot inverse x derivative. Okay, students. So see that one and practice this one. See the next one is see the f of x is equal to secant inverse x. F of x is equal to secant inverse x, assuming it exists. So what is the derivative of this function? So first, what we will prove that one. First, generally we will take a let y is equal to secant inverse x. Let y is equal to secant inverse x. Automatically what happens, students? Secant y is equal to secant y is equal to x. Secant y is equal to x. So differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What happens? So that implies derivative of secant y is equal to derivative of x. So already you know that what is the derivative of secant f of x derivative. So write down this formula, derivative of secant f of x derivative. So secant f of x derivative, it will become that. What is the secant f of x derivative? Anyone can tell that? Secant f of x into tan f of x into f dash of x into f dash of x. Why? Because the secant x derivative is secant x into tan x, secant x into tan x. So and also we will get that f dash of x also, f dash of x. So derivative of secant y, how can you return that one, students? Derivative of secant y you can return as secant y into tan y into derivative of y, it will become dy by dx. So secant f of x derivative, secant f of x into tan f of x into f dash of x. So secant y into tan y into dy by dx. So this value d by dx of x, this value will become 1 only. So what happens, students? So that implies you can return that secant y, that is a dy by dx. Dy by dx you can return as 1 by secant y into tan y, 1 by secant y into tan y. So this tan y, already you know the formula. What is that one? Is a secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So that implies tan square theta can be written as secant square theta minus 1, secant square theta minus 1. So automatically you can return as tan theta is equal to square root of secant square theta minus 1, secant square theta minus 1. So this form I am going to use here. So secant square theta minus 1. So what happens? So that implies you can written as a dy by dx is equal to, that implies dy by dx value, it will become that dy by dx is equal to 1 by secant y, 1 by secant y into tan y can be written as square root of secant square y minus 1, secant square y minus 1. So that is nothing but the dy by dx value, that implies dy by dx value, it will become that dy by dx 1 by x into square root of x square minus 1, square root of x square minus 1. Why? Because since secant y value, secant y is equal to x, secant y is equal to x. So see that question, students. So first we have to take y is equal to secant x and differentiate, take the secant y is equal to secant inverse x, secant y will become x, and the derivative, the function of that secant y is nothing but the secant y into tan y, that is equal to derivative of x will become 1, dy by dx value will become 1 by secant y into tan y. So secant y into tan y can be written as the square root of a secant square theta minus 1, that is the secant square y minus 1, but secant y is a 1, so automatically dy by dx value will become 1 by x into root of x square minus 1. Therefore f dash of x is nothing but 1 by x into square root of x square minus 1 by x square minus 1. So see that question, students. So similarly you can calculate the next one also. So see the next one, students. Find the derivative of cosecant inverse x. So what is that one is? So here let y is equal to, first we will take that, let y is equal to cosecant inverse x. Y is equal to cosecant inverse x. So that implies what happens, students? Cosecant y is equal to cosecant y is equal to x. Cosecant y is equal to x. So differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What happens, students? That implies derivative of cosecant y. Derivative of cosecant y. Derivative of cosecant y is nothing but a derivative of x, that is equal to derivative of x. So what is the derivative of cosecant y? I can return the derivative of cosecant f of x. Derivative of cosecant f of x. Derivative of cosecant f of x can be written as minus cosecant f of x minus cosecant f of x into cot f of x into cot f of x into f dash of x into f dash of x. So here the cosecant y you can written as minus cosecant y into cot y into dy by dx into dy by dx. So that value is equal to 1. So automatically dy by dx value, what happens? Dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by cosecant y into cot y minus cosecant y into cot y. And also this cot y you can written as a square root of cosecant square y minus 1. Cosecant square y minus 1. So cosecant square theta you can written as a cosecant square root of cosecant square theta minus 1. Cot y you can written. So that is you can written as a dy by dx value. Dy by dx value. How can you written that? You can written as minus 1 by cosecant y into square root of cosecant square y cosecant square y minus 1, cosecant square y minus 1. Therefore, so here already you know that cosecant y is the x. So automatically this value will become dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by x into square root of x square minus 1, x into square root of x square minus 1. Therefore, what is the f dash of x? F dash of x is nothing but minus 1 by x into square root of x square minus 1, x square minus 1. So this is the cosecant inverse x derivative. Okay, students. So read all these formulas in the inverse trigonometric functions, and these are derivatives of the inverse trigonometric function formulas. So we will continue that these type of questions in the next class. Okay. So see that question, students, and practice all these problems.